But then let me say something here. One thing that I tell Jason when we marry is that I want to be taken care of. What?
Yes.
You go shock you say Gen Z game on me. Gen Z. Okay? Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, we're going to be talking about money and marriage. And I have my wonderful husband here, just so there's like a balanced view. So I want to give a shout out to the person who requested this video. Although I've gotten other requests about this video, but I did not note the names of the people down. Sorry about that. So, but the latest one was Chisom Lillian. She requested that. She said, I would really like to know your thoughts on how to manage bills as a couple in the UK, especially in the scenario where both partners are new immigrants to the UK. So we're going to be sharing how we manage our finances, bills, like everything with regards to living in the UK, and hopefully that helps. Okay, so let's get right into it.
Let's get started.
How are we going to start? What should we talk about first? First, okay, go on.
No, bills. Is that not it?
Yeah, how manage household expenses, right? So first we're going to talk about like household expenses. Yeah. So living in the UK, you pay rent monthly, which is like the most annoying thing ever. And then there's like bills, there's tax, there's council tax, there's electricity. With the rising cost of living, you know, we're all just trying to keep it together. So in our family, in our home, we did it based on income.
Yeah.
Right? So when I first got into the UK, like after marriage, I wasn't working. So at that point, there was no financial responsibility on me per se, right?
Yeah.
Is that all you would say, yup?
I mean, we made a plan.
Yeah.
Although she didn't stick with it, but
what was the plan that I didn't stick with?
You weren't supposed to get a job for 6 months.
Okay. Yeah. So
but she doesn't like not having money, so
I got a job.
To get a job anyway. So yeah, the plan was supposed to be that I'll handle bills for 6 months, like everything, until she finds her feet, and then she'll start contributing to like utility, etc. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But I think even the first few months that you came, you contributed to electricity.
Yes, I still contributed because I cannot just stay and be a liability. God forbid. I can't be a liability.
She contributed because she was feeling bad because she was always having the heating on.
Yes, I was always cold, so I was always like having heating on, and then that increased electricity bills. So even though I was not supposed to contribute anything, I was feeling bad because I'm the one making the electricity bill high. So I contributed to that from my like personal savings.
Yeah, when we got our own place, I think that's when you got a new job.
Yeah.
And then we found a new structure for ourselves.
Yes. Yeah, so like you said, before marriage, we had already discussed how we're going to handle bills, which was we had a plan of 6 months. You know, it might take me 6 months to get a job in the UK. So we already knew that he might carry the bulk of the finances. So one thing I would say here is very important, especially if you're coming to the UK from Africa, from Nigeria, from Ghana. The way finances work here is very different. So it's very important that you guys have like a conversation about it, because here you will pay rent on a monthly. Just that alone is enough expense. Like every month you're paying rent. So you have to have that discussion with your partner, because there was this lady that sent me a message on Instagram asking me how do we manage bills, that she just got into the UK, and 2 weeks after arriving in the UK, her husband is already saying, oh, you need to start paying bills, and she had not even started earning money, and I felt that was so unfair. But that's just because it is expected here that both partners pull their weight financially. So make sure you have that conversation, so when you get here, it's not gonna shock you, right? Then when we got married and started living here, luckily I got a job, I think within 3 months instead of 6 months as planned. It was within 3 months. And so when I started earning, we decided to restructure everything. So presently as it stands, do you want to talk how it is now? Yeah,
so at the moment, I handle, and we had a discussion as well with my brother-in-law about having your name on some of the bills in my name.
Yes.
Because she came through the spousal visa.
Yes.
So to renew it, we need
proof.
Exactly.
We need proof that we've been living together and like living as husband and wife. So it's really important that my name is actually on some of the bills of a house or household things we share.
Yeah.
So we're very intentional about that. All right, so go on.
Yeah. So at the moment, I handle rent and electricity. Rent and
I
Wi-Fi.
knew you must say that Wi-Fi.
Yes.
You will not allow this Wi-Fi thing go.
I handle rent and Wi-Fi.
He
And
handles,
And then she handles council tax, electricity, gas, and water.
I handle all bills. Hello, just put it like that. So, what?
Yes.
So the structure we have now, he pays the rent, I handle the bills. And the reason why we actually even did it like that is still based on understanding. So we're like, how much does he earn? How much do I earn? Who can actually pull more of the financial weight? He can. Because by God's grace, he's earning more, I think. Yeah, you're earning more now.
I mean, if it's salary, yes.
If his salary is earning more. So he decided to take on rent, which because rent is more expensive than all our bills combined.
Yeah.
So I handle all bills, he handles rent, and that's how it's working for us. Okay. Then we also do like grocery. We set aside money for our feeding. So we call it grocery expenses. So every month we both contribute a specific amount to our grocery amount, like the money we use to shop and buy things for the house. If I need to buy tomatoes, I know where I'm going to take the money from. So for that, it's also based on our income as well. So for the grocery, I contribute, I think, about £200 to our pot, and he contributes on a monthly 300. So for everything we need to buy, food, or even when we want to go for a date, sometimes we can spend from the amount we've put together, depending on what is left there. Now, this brings me to the next thing, which is joint accounts. I just feel like we need to talk about joint accounts. So yeah, if you're married, you know the tendency is that you have a joint account, but one of the reasons why we decided to do that once again is just so we have more shared financial proof, like when I want to renew my visa. So we have a joint account. We also have our personal accounts. We only use the joint accounts for this grocery household shopping, and then our personal accounts, we use it for our savings. So even though we have combined savings, like we have things we're saving towards together, we don't put that money in our joint account. I still save my own portion of that in my personal account, and he saves his own portion of that in his personal account as well. But then the only thing we contribute there is the grocery amount, and then we both spend from that singular account for all household bills.
Expenses. Yeah, sometimes it varies. If it's a bad month, we may spend less on groceries and stuff.
And if is that a bad month? That's a good month if we spend less. If it's a bad month, sometimes our money will finish before the end of the month.
Yeah, and then we have to top up.
Yeah, we have to top up individually, or sometimes he just tops up alone. Yeah, he's such a good man. He's a sweet boy. So another thing I want to say here is that even though we both have like fixed expenses to our names, like he's rent and Wi-Fi, and I am bills, right? There are still other expenses that we both take on in the house that is not like set on stone.
Yeah.
So like sometimes there have been months where I have spent a lot of money because, you know, I want my comfort, I want my house to look beautiful, I want to get decor. And sometimes because I'm the one who wants these things, I don't like to put the burden on him because it's me that wants to decorate. Nobody send me. So times like that, I tend to spend more, and I'm fine with that because I want that comfort. And oftentimes he contributes, you know, he tries to support me, but so
she must be happy.
I must be happy.
Yeah.
Wow, why say it like that?
Because your happiness is my happiness.
Oh,
yeah,
that's so sweet. So next thing I want to talk about is like credit building here in the UK. So if there's anything, okay, maybe you don't know about it, let me know you. So in the UK, you have to build your credit in order to access like loan and other financial services.
Yeah.
So like if you want to get a mortgage on a house, you need to have a good credit score. And because I just came into the UK, or I'm now living in the UK, when I was in the UK, like the last time I was a student, and I was nothing concerned credit score, but now we need to work on that because we want to access like different type financial services.
Yeah.
So we both have credit cards now, and we are trying to build our credit score, and it's looking good. But yeah, just say something.
Yeah, even me that I've been here for longer, about 4 or 5 years. My credit wasn't good because I didn't have any credit cards and I wasn't borrowing. You know, African mentality, if you don't have, you don't have.
Yeah, no need to borrow.
Why go borrow when you don't have? I had to get a credit card. My credit score wasn't great, but now it's building up. So yeah, it's important to get a credit card. And
also with the credit card, just a little tip. So I think they say as a rule of thumb, spend like 25% or 30%, I can't remember. 30% of your credit card value. So if you have a credit card, for example, that is 1,200. No, let's use £1,000 so that I can do the maths easily. A credit card that is £1,000. 30% of that is £300.
Yeah.
So that means that when you're spending from that credit card, try not to spend more than £300. If not, the bank will say you are too dependent on credit. Like they'll say you don't have money. That's why you're always spending from the credit card, and that can affect your credit score as well. And also with credit cards, one thing that I think I have done, I don't know if this man has done it, is to set up direct debits. Do you have a direct debit? Okay, so I have a direct debit for my credit card. So at a certain day of the month, whatever I'm owing, it will be automatically paid back, so that I don't have any scar in my credits. So that's something.
I don't think my bank has that.
Oh, your bank doesn't. Oh, you're using Old People's Bank, Abby. Old People's Bank is HSBC. Anybody using that bank
is better for companies, but yeah.
So my own is not better for companies.
They handle big money, not
waiting.
Children.
It go shock you say Gen Z get money. Gen Z, we get money. Am I Gen Z? I'm Gen Z. Whether you agree or not, I know where I am. You
sure,
see that?
maybe.
You're millennial.
Sure.
Gen Z. Okay? If you want us to do a video on what we spend, how will you see that in English? A video on what we spend in a month, like shopping, like what we spend, showing you the different things we buy and how much we actually spend off the
monthly expenses.
Yeah, monthly. English is a hard language. If you want us to do a video of monthly expenses, you can put that in the comment section and we'll be sure to do that. I hope this video helps and provides some clarity or guidance, but once again, it's very important that you talk about how you're going to manage expenses. And it's also good that you make it fair on both partners. Whoever is earning more should not be paying less and putting the burden on the one who is not earning more. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. But then let me say something here. One thing that I tell Jason when we marry is that I want to be taken care of. I said it and I keep saying it to tomorrow. And so that's why I'm very intentional about praying that God will increase his financial capacity. I want him to even always earn more than me in terms of salary.
Amen.
I want him to always earn more because I want to be taken care of. I think all my life I've always been like the one looking after people. So it feels really good to be in a place where I can be taken care of. Like I don't have to think about finances so much because I'm not alone.
Just make sure your partner understands what they are getting into. I'm just saying that so that there's no misunderstanding. I understand. So I'm ready to take care of you. Okay, if I didn't know, but you said it,
because I told you right from time that
you need to make expectations clear.
Exactly. So I communicated my expectations regards finances, and the truth is, if Jason would actually say the truth about this, would you say the truth? Even though I set expectations, I 100% pull my weight financially.
No, she takes care of me.
Like 110%. Yeah. I'd like to spoil him. I'm his sugar mommy. I spend on this man. This is my investment right here. This man is my investment right here. So it's just good you have those conversations about expectations. Okay? So that'll be all, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Till next time. Bye-bye.